Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, so
Let us start.
Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Let us start. Remember, we have been learning chapter 4, distribution of oceans and continents. Yesterday, we discussed about post-drip studies. We discussed about convectional current theory, then mapping of ocean floor, configuration of ocean basins. Today we shall discuss about a concept of sea floor spreading. Now let me present. Concept of sea floor spreading. So this is the topic. So as we learn above, as mentioned above, the post-drip studies provided considerable information that was not available at the time Wagner put forth his concept of continental drift. So post-drip studies provided a lot of new information which was not available at the time Wagner put forth his concept of continental drift, particularly the mapping of the ocean floor and paleomagnetic studies of rocks from the oceanic regions reveal the following facts. So paleomagnetic studies. So here paleo means ancient. Paleo means ancient. So paleomagnetic studies or paleomagnetism is the study of the record of the Earth's magnetic field in the rocks, sediments, etc. And magnetic materials in the rock can lock in a record of the direction and the intensity of the magnetic field when they form, and the study of this is known as paleomagnetism. Remember, the magnetic materials in the rocks can lock in a record of the direction and the intensity of the magnetic field when they form, and the study of this is known as paleomagnetism. And when we study about the paleomagnetism and this mapping of the ocean floor, from the oceanic regions reveal the following facts. So what are the facts? Let us read. So number one, it was realized that all along the mid-oceanic ridges, volcanic eruptions are common, and they bring huge amount of lava to the surface in this area. So from the mapping of the ocean floor and paleomagnetism, it was realized that all along the mid-oceanic ridges, volcanic eruptions are common, and they bring huge amount of lava to the surface of this area. So here see this diagram again. So here we have these mid-oceanic ridges. Here is another mid-oceanic ridge. These are the mountain ranges found below the oceans, and see here at the crest of these oceanic ridges, see volcanic eruptions are there. Huge volcanic eruptions are there, and it is spreading in different directions. I think you will be seeing red arrow also. So volcanic eruptions are common along these mid-oceanic ridges and bring huge amount of lava to the surface of this area, to the surface of the this ocean floor. So this is the point mentioned here. So this is the first point. Then this fact number 2. The rocks equidistant on either side of the crest of mid-oceanic ridges show remarkable similarities in terms of period of formation, chemical composition, and magnetic properties. Okay, the rocks equidistant on either side of the crest of the mid-oceanic ridges show remarkable similarities in terms of period of formation, chemical composition, and these magnetic properties. And see again here, rocks of, see here we have the crest here. Okay, this is the crest of the oceanic mid-oceanic ridges, and let us say here we have a place here, and let us consider this. Okay, and here another point place is here, and let us consider here the location of this place and the location of this place. The distance is the same. Okay, the distance between this place and this place, let us consider the same. So as mentioned in the book, okay, the age of the rock found here and the age of the rock found here are the same. Likewise, the mode of formation, the composition of rocks found here in this place and the rocks found here in this place are the same. Okay, that means the rocks equidistant means having equal distance on either side of the crest or mid-oceanic ridges show remarkable similarities in terms of period of formation, chemical composition, and magnetic properties also. The rocks closer to the mid-oceanic ridges have a normal polarity and are the youngest. Okay, the rocks closer to the mid-oceanic ridges have normal polarity and are the youngest. So normal polarity, okay, normal polarity, see this diagram. So this is the case of normal polarity, and so here it tells the Earth magnetic field. So normal polarity means a magnetic field that is the same as that which exists at present. So at present here, okay, above, say we have this on the top we have this north pole, and here we have south pole. Okay, north magnetic pole and the south magnetic pole. So this is existing at present, and this condition, this magnetic field is known as this normal polarity. Okay, normal polarity means a magnetic field that is the same as that which exists at present. So this is the state which is existing now. This is the state which is existing now, normal polarity. Okay, and say here this is the case of reverse polarity. It is reversed here. On the top we have this south magnetic pole here, and at the bottom we have north magnetic pole. So this is the case of reverse polarity. And so what is mentioned in the book, rocks closer to the mid-oceanic ridges have normal polarity and are the youngest. So rocks closer to the mid-oceanic ridges are the youngest. So here we have another diagram. See here, here from here lava is oozing out. Okay, there is upwelling of lava. Lava is coming out and it is spreading, say in this way. And so here rocks closer, okay, to the these oceanic ridges have this normal polarity. Okay, closer to the ocean ridges have normal polarity. See, we have north here here on this side, so this is the same direction, okay, with those of the earth now. And after that we have another vein, another strip of this reverse polarity here in this case, okay. South pole is here and north pole is here, and again another vein is there. This is the case of normal polarity, okay. So rocks closer to the this crest of the mid-oceanic ridge have this normal polarity. Here normal polarity, then normal polarity, and are the youngest. Rocks found here and rocks found here are the youngest as compared to, for example, here and here. If you move away from the crest, the age of the rock is increasing, okay, and the rocks are the youngest nearby the crest of the mid-oceanic ridges. And this diagram also says the same. See, here we have the mid-Atlantic ridge. So this is an example of the mid-oceanic ridge. This is mid-Atlantic ridge, and see here, rocks found here, okay, rocks found here and rocks found here, the age remain the same, because here the distance between this place and the this crest and the distance between this place and the crest remain the same. And I think you'll be seeing that rocks nearby this crest is younger. So here in this case the rocks nearby the crest is 20 million years, okay. And if you move away, so it becomes 120 million years, then again 180 million years. That means rocks closer to the these mid-oceanic ridge are the youngest, okay. And as I told you that the ages of the rocks increases as one moves away from the crest. Closer to the crest, younger is the age of the rock, okay. That is the point mentioned here. Boys and girls, any question from your side?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, then let us continue. This fact number 3, the oceanic crust rocks are much younger than the continental rocks. So another fact is that, another finding is that the oceanic crust rocks are much younger than the continental rocks. The age of the rocks in the oceanic crust is nowhere more than 200 million years old, and some of the continental rock formation are as old as 3,200 million years old, okay. See here, rocks here on the floor of the ocean are much younger than the continental rocks, okay. See here on this ocean floor, the age of the rock is nowhere more than these 200 million years old, as mentioned in the book, okay. And whereas in the continental areas, okay, in the continental areas here in this area, in the continent, so this side we have continent, so in the continental area sometimes the rock is as old as 3,200 million years old. That means rocks of the ocean floor, okay, rocks found on the ocean floor are much younger than the these rocks found on the continent. That is the point mentioned, okay. And next we have this fact number 4. The sediments on the ocean floor are unexpectedly very thin. The sediments found on the ocean floor are unexpectedly very thin. scientists were expecting if the ocean floors were as old as the continent to have a complete sequence of sediments for a period of much longer duration. See, another finding is that the sediments here, okay, the sediments found on the ocean floor is much thinner as compared to the sediments found on the continents. If we assume that the age of the ocean floor and the age of these continents, okay, is the same, then we should have been found the same thickness of sediments on the ocean floor also. However, it is not so. On the floor of the ocean, the sediments are very, very thin as compared to these continental land masses, on the continental land masses. Okay, and as learned earlier, nowhere was the sediment column found to be older than 200 million years. That means on the ocean floor, nowhere was the sediment column found older than 200 million years, as we mentioned earlier. Then next we have this fact number 5. Okay, the deep trenches have deep-seated earthquake occurrences, while in the mid-oceanic ridges areas, the quake foci, that is earthquake foci, have shallow depths. So another finding is that earthquakes in the deep trenches have deep-seated earthquake occurrences, whereas along the mid-oceanic ridges, the earthquake foci, that is focus, have shallow depths. Okay, so here we have these trenches. Okay, trenches. So these are the depressions, very deep depression. These are the trenches, and the earthquakes occurred here at the trenches have very deep-seated focus. Okay, and the earthquakes occurred at the mid-ocean ridges have the shallow focus. That is the point mentioned here. Okay, earthquakes occurred at the crest of the mid-ocean ridges have shallow focus, whereas earthquakes occurred at the oceanic trenches have very deep-seated focus. Okay, so this is the fact number 5, that is the finding number 5. Earthquake occurred at the deep trenches have deep-seated these earthquake, and whereas along the mid-oceanic ridges, earthquake focus have shallow depths. So these are the important facts, okay, collected from the mapping of the ocean floor and the paleomagnetic studies. So with this fact, okay, so these facts and a detailed analysis of magnetic properties of the rocks on either side of the mid-oceanic ridges led Hayes in the year 1961 to propose his hypothesis known as sea floor spreading. Okay, so these facts learned above and a detailed analysis of the magnetic properties of the rocks on either side of the mid-oceanic ridges led Hayes in 1961 to propose his hypothesis known as sea floor spreading. Okay, so Hayes, a geologist, argued that constant eruptions at the crest of the oceanic ridges cause the rupture of the oceanic crust and the new lava weighs in, pushing the oceanic crust on either side, as we discussed earlier. Okay, so here we have continuous eruption along these mid-oceanic ridges, say from the asthenosphere, that is from the upper mantle portion. Say magma is rising continuously, and here we have continuous volcanic eruption on the crest of these oceanic ridges. And since lava, okay, or the magma is weighs in, So this oceanic lithosphere is forced to move away in this way, is forced to spread, okay, in different direction. This is because of the this continuous eruption of the oceanic crust. Continuous eruption of the oceanic crust, and the new lava weighs into it, pushing the oceanic crust on either side. Because of wedging into the wedging into lava along the mid-oceanic ridges, okay, along the crest of the mid-oceanic ridges, this oceanic crust or the oceanic lithosphere is forced to move away. So this is what we call sea floor spreading. The ocean floor thus spreads. The younger age of the oceanic crust, as well as the fact that the spreading of one ocean does not cause the shrinking of the other. Matt Hayes, think about the consumption of the oceanic crust. Okay, let me repeat. The younger age of the oceanic crust, we have learned that the age of the oceanic crust is much younger than the continental crust. The younger age of the oceanic crust, as well as the fact that the spreading of the ocean does not cause the shrinking of the other. When the oceans are spread, okay, when the oceans are spreading, the continents are not shrinking. Okay, when oceans are spreading, the continents are not shrinking. The continents are not becoming smaller and smaller. Matt Hayes, think about the consumption of the oceanic crust. It means that, see here, here we have spreading of the ocean floor, and it is pushing beneath the continental crust in this way. And the place where this oceanic crust is pushing below the Earth's interior is known as subduction zone, and that is why the continents are not shrinking. Simply the ocean floor is spreading and it is going beneath the continental crust in this way. And he further maintained that the ocean floor that gets pushed due to volcanic eruption at the crest sinks down at the oceanic trenches and get consumed. That is what I told you earlier. Okay, the ocean floor that get pushed due to volcanic eruption at the crest sinks at the oceanic trenches and consumed. See here, the oceanic crust, okay, that is created here. Because of this rising of the magma, it is pushed, then it is sink. Okay, here sinking is taken place here, and in this way the oceanic crust is consumed here, it is destroyed here. Okay, gets consumed means the oceanic crust gets destroyed at the oceanic trenches. So this is what we call this sea floor spreading. And here in your textbook also, this figure number 4.3 explains about the this concept of sea floor spreading. See here, from the astronosphere, magma is rising, okay, and it is spreading. Because of this rising magma, this oceanic crust is pushed, okay, in different direction, and again it is pushing, okay, beneath the continental crust along the subduction zone, and this is what I call sea floor spreading. Here let me show you one very short GIF, okay, GIF animated picture. See here, it is very short, but see it very carefully. See here, magma is rising here, and because of rising magma, this oceanic crust is pushed on either side of the mid-oceanic ridges, and thus the ocean floor is spreading. Okay, and it is pushing beneath the continental crust, and this is what we call the sea floor spreading. Okay, see here we have mid-oceanic ridges, and because of this spreading of the here at the crest, formation of the new crust is there. Okay, along the crest there is formation of the oceanic crust, and that is why the age of the rock here nearby the crest is the youngest, and as the ocean floor is spreading in different direction, okay, the age of the rock is increasing, and that is what mentioned in your book. Okay, so any question from your side, boys and girls?
No, so
Okay, if you don't have questions, then let us stop here for today. Please do not forget to send your names in the WhatsApp group for attendance. Thank you very much for joining my class.
Thank you, sir.
thank you, sir.
My pleasure.